Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Dreaming of You, the making of The Coral, and this is a new documentary from director James Slater, and this is an immersive coming-of-age documentary tracing 6 misfit friends from suburban Merseyside, and as they form a band and rise to shape Britain's new millennium music scene. And this group of young blue-collar kids really is a true underdog story that has plenty of heart and plenty of drive, and Dreaming of You really is an engaging and inspiring story, and Slater does a really fine job tying this all together. This barely is 80 minutes, if that, and they pack in this whole story of these young men from when they were young, building this connection, finding the roots of music that influenced them, a lot of Beatles for sure, and you see through some great archival footage that is very raw and very intimate, you see these young men practicing, molding, and crafting their music, and as it goes into later in their career, you see this very energetic, very raw, very visceral band who just bring this music, this power through this artistic expression. And you can see why The Coral has become a band that has made an impact and left their mark on the British music scene in the way that they have. They're very much underground. There's not a big, like, this isn't Oasis, this isn't a band that has really risen to such great heights, but you can see why they've been able to work and claw and overcome not having much and trying to scrape by to get there. And sure, it's not the most fresh or different kind of story. We've seen stories like this many of times, but it's very earnest, and I think Slater does a great job of grabbing us, pulling us in, and keeping us engaged over the course of this 80-minute documentary. And I feel like some of the strengths, obviously you get the perspective of these young men, and, you know, they tell their story, and it's very honest. But it's the interesting and dynamic choices that Slater makes from a visual storytelling perspective. He leverages, like, scrapbook cutouts and comic book elements and like 8-bit little video game visualizations of the band, and really leveraging the interests and the perspectives and the influences of the band and bringing them into the film and how the story is being told. That makes this much more interesting and dynamic. You have this home video kind of feel for a lot of it. It feels very much like a time capsule that really captures the influences and the roots of this band, these young men, and how artistically and creatively they journeyed into the future and became this band that has made an impact, made me want to go check out their music, because, you know, like I mentioned, they're not identifiable songs. This isn't a band that really broke free, big, and successful, but they are a band that found their place in the music scene and was influential, and their music hits, and Slater delivers enough of that footage for us as the audience to connect with their music and feel engaged with it. This is a lean, effective, engaging documentary that tells a good story and has just enough bits of flair to make it even more interesting and pull us right in. But those are my thoughts on Dreaming of You, the making of The Coral. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.